We are here today with Amina LeGrand. Am I saying it right? Amina LeGrand?
Yes, that's how you
Okay,
say it. That's how you pronounce it.
thank you, thank you. Okay, so she is the best-selling author of Speak, and she is the founder of Supernatural. She is a social media strategist and the podcast host of She Said That Out Loud. Her bio says she loves to help professional women find their voice and embrace their value. This sounds so exciting, and I'm very excited to meet you, Amina. Okay, so what we're here to do right today is talk about the process about your book, about writing and publishing your book, Speak. So, can you tell us what inspired your book? What inspired this book?
What inspired this book? Many things inspired this book. Well, number one, I decided to take the path of least resistance and I created a guide to help you tell your story. I knew that I knew that I had to tell my story, and I have many stories to tell. But when I think about talking about my personal experiences, it just feels so vulnerable. It's like,
Mm,
I don't know if I want people to know that. But I realized after I spoke to different people that it's best to share your experiences because you don't know who you might help by
right.
talking about what you've been through and how you got through it. And so, because I have to tell my story, and I need to tell my story, I decided to create a guide for people who are stuck and they don't know where to start.
Yeah.
Because talking to different clients, I realize they feel like they don't have a story. And so I have to tell them, you haven't been through anything? Oh yeah, I have. That's a part of who you are. So
Right.
just learning how to frame that story to
Yeah.
captivate people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here to do and help people guide people to do that.
Yeah. I mean, that really is a skill. That really is a skill, like, because we have so much that we've been through as women, older women, maybe over 40. I don't know if you're over 40, but I am. And I think for women over 40, we have so much experience. And when we want to write a book, it's difficult to actually figure out which part of our story we want to tell, that we want to share, or that we think that might benefit other people the most.
Yes,
So,
because we have so much to share because we've been through
yeah,
many things. You don't know
yeah,
where to start.
yeah, that's right. We don't know where to start. Is that somebody there with you?
Yes, my dog is here making noise because she sees something on the floor, but she'll be
Yeah.
fine.
So actually, your book just sounds really, really helpful, like a very helpful guide. In fact, it's something that I could probably use myself.
You know what? Anyone can use it. Anyone
Yeah.
can use it. It is a guide, it is a beginner's guide. So it could turn into a series that will
Oh,
provide more specific examples.
yeah.
Excuse my dog. I apologize. My apologies.
That's okay. That's absolutely fine. That's life,
That's
right? That's
life. Yeah, that's life.
life. Okay, so yeah, this sounds like an enormously helpful and useful book. Where can we find your book, Amina?
Okay, so you can find my book on Amazon.com.
Hmm.
It's in the ebook form right now. I'm currently working
Okay,
on the paperback and it's
yes.
almost complete. And
Hmm.
so that should be out in maybe about 30 days.
Okay, okay. I mean, you said it's useful for everybody. Is there any specific person that your book is written for, or is it really just for everybody?
Well, okay, I'm glad you pointed that out because it's not really for like children. It
Okay.
is more advanced. So I would say it's for people around high school age, high
Hmm.
school, college, and up.
Yeah. Okay, okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, so if any of you are out there and you're listening and you're having trouble nailing down the part of your story that you want to want to share, or you want to identify the part of your story that you want to share with people to build your brand or tell your story, then this would be the book for you. That's right, Amina, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I help guide you along the way because I offer personal one on one coaching. So if you need help with telling your story and you need some guidance on how to have a social media presence, I offer those services as well.
Right, because you are a social media strategist. I saw that in your bio. Can you tell me a bit more about that?
Okay, so what I've learned is that just talking to different business owners, there's a lot of companies that don't even know how to use social media. They don't know how to
Mm.
create a reel or they don't have time for it. And that's where I come in. I sit down with the clients and I identify their needs, what their target is, what their goal is. And we just come up with a strategy on how to either gain more followers to
Hmm.
attract their ideal client.
Oh, yeah. Wow. And can you tell me specifically how this would happen?
So we would have to sit down and find out exactly what their needs are.
Okay.
So we need to identify, excuse me, identify their niche. Um, we also have to identify what they want their brand to feel like. When I come on
Mm.
their page or anyone comes on their page, what do you want the person to feel?
Yeah.
So that's creating their brand story. That's also including the color scheme, the
Yeah.
music, the type of music that they want to play in the background, the certain look. Is it a brand lifestyle look? And that
Mm.
means that I'm recording you at the table with your laptop, showing that you're working, at events,
Mm.
taking videos of you at events, putting
Yeah.
that together in a reel to show a day in a life of an entrepreneur and what you do
Right.
in your business.
Yeah. So you're really just in the storytelling business.
I'm in the storytelling business. Yes,
Yeah.
I am. Yes, yes.
Okay, so I want to go back to your book, and I want to know, um, what were the challenges that you faced when you were writing and publishing your book?
Well, ooh, my challenge was me. I
Mm.
was procrastinating getting it done because I felt overwhelmed because I had too many ideas. I felt like
Mm.
I had too many ideas. And in my opinion, now this is just my opinion, if you can get the book done in 3 to 6 months, go that route, not a year. I took a year and it just felt like I had a lot of time, but I really didn't.
Right.
And so my biggest obstacle was myself, to be honest with you. Just
Okay.
being disciplined to sit down and complete the book.
Right.
And I
Okay.
did it, and I was happy about that. That was a big accomplishment for
And
me.
what did that, yeah, what did that take? Like you say you were procrastinating. So what did it, like, can you tell me your process,
Okay.
like how you actually
So,
nailed
okay.
this down?
So, what I did was I read a book called The 12-Week Year. And he talked about how you should use your calendar to structure your life. And if
Mm.
it's not on your calendar, then you have to figure out, is this something that I need to do, or is this just wasting time? So I had to literally nail down my priorities. What's
Right.
important, what's not important. I even scheduled time on my calendar for my family. And I know that may sound bad, but I had to get disciplined and get organized
Right.
so that I could um, have some type of balance.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so I included uh, times where I would sit down and write maybe a couple pages or two,
Yeah.
and just little by little. I just started checking off the boxes, and then next thing you know, my book was complete. So I just had to get disciplined.
Right, right. And you involved your scheduling skills and your calendar.
Yes,
Mm,
yes.
okay. Take note. Everybody take note. If you want to write a book, you need these
Yeah.
discipline skills.
I mean, you do what works for you, but that's
Yeah,
what worked for me, putting it on my
yeah,
calendar,
right.
scheduling
Okay.
it out.
Okay.
And
Great.
it's color coded too.
Yeah. I have a color-coded calendar too. I love it. Yeah. Okay, so I also want to know since you've written and published this book, what have been the benefits to your business and to your life since you've published?
To be honest with you, and I'm just going to be honest with you because the name of my podcast is She Said That Out Loud. So I just say things sometimes. But I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't I really haven't walked in that best-selling author shoes yet.
Oh,
I haven't been sharing it with a whole lot of people, and that's something that I'm going to start doing. But what I have been doing is speaking up more, telling people about my services, and then I throw in the fact that written a book, and I'm starting to get all kinds of consultations.
okay,
So
okay.
in I would say last week, I went to some networking events.
Yeah,
I even went walking with the group. And out of that, I got 3 consultations. And all they asked me, what do you do?
yeah,
So for me, I think it's just talking to more people, telling them about what I do. It's not necessarily because I'm a best-selling author, it's because they're attracted to me and my personality and what I have to offer. I think that's
right.
what the bottom line is.
Okay,
Not necessarily the title.
okay, okay. But it's something that you can talk about.
It's something that I can definitely talk about, and I do talk about it, but I don't talk about it that much. So I'm
Okay.
going to start, and I'm just being honest
Yeah,
with you, I'm going to
yeah.
start talking about it more.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, so what do you think the benefits would be?
Oh, I mean, there's plenty of benefits. I mean, from the best, okay, it's almost like having a degree.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
use that in order for you to get speaking engagements. You
Oh,
can use it to create a course
yeah.
based on your book.
Yeah.
You could, well, those are the main things: speaking engagement, coaching. Of course,
Yeah.
you can coach.
Yeah.
I can't even think of anything else right now, but there's a lot of things you could do
Right, right, right,
with
right.
that book and with that
Yeah.
title. It does open up doors for you. It definitely does. It definitely does.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I mean, in your experience, how do you feel about the title of Amazon bestseller? How has it helped you?
I think it's given me a lot of confidence. It's given me confidence that I didn't have before. I can drop it into conversation and people go, you see people's eyes and they're, it's something, yeah, as you say, it's like having like a degree or some kind of diploma. Like you and people, it I do feel because my book is about my life and my experience, it makes me the expert of my book and my life and my experience. And because it makes me the expert, then it helps me to feel more confident.
Okay, and I can see that. I
Yeah,
can definitely see how it can make you more confident. And you know what I think my thing is? I've never really been, now, this is just something that just came to me right now. I just got this little aha right now. I've never been the type of person who was into titles.
right.
It just, it didn't matter to me. So maybe I need to change that mindset when it comes to the titles so that I could just be
Yeah.
like, yes, I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just me. That's just me.
Yeah. Like rock
But
the
yeah,
status.
I'm sorry.
I said rock the status.
Exactly. Because, I know people who, they got a doctor's degree and they want you to call them doctor. Like,
Right.
don't call me by my first name. I am
Right.
doctor. So that to
Yes.
me is that titles
Yeah.
type ego, but
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
proud to be an Amazon best-selling
And
author.
you should be. And I am too. I think for me, it was more that I just never expected to have a title. Like, I think
Mm,
I never saw myself as an academic person. I never went chasing after an MA or any special degree because I didn't think I never felt like I was good at writing essays or like I had any real academic um, strengths. But I do love reading and I do love researching and I do love learning. So for me, like a more practical approach is um, is beneficial. So to
yeah.
be able to just put in some hard work and see it happen, and it happened quite quickly to become a bestseller, and then to be able to talk about it and drop it into conversation, yeah, it definitely gave me a boost of confidence.
I think I might start dropping it in conversations now. Just to see people's reactions, just to see their
Yeah,
reactions. Yeah.
yeah,
Cause I'll
yeah.
say, "Oh, I wrote a book," but I'm gonna start saying, "I'm Amazon." I almost want to say American. It's Amazon. I'm an Amer. I'm an Amazon best-selling author.
And have you created a course based on your book?
I am working on that right now. I was just
Okay.
working on that. Actually, I've been working on that for a couple months now.
Yeah,
But it's coming together. It's
yeah.
coming together. It's almost complete. It'll be complete by the end of the week.
By the end of the week. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Watch out, people. Watch out. It's coming.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It is.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you, Amina. Okay. So one more question. What help would you have appreciated with the whole process of writing and publishing your book?
Let's see. I think that it would have been nice to talk to some like seasoned authors to get their opinion about their writing process. What was their thought process? What did they do in order to complete the novels or the
Right.
series that they have? So I think it would be good to talk to other seasoned authors to see to hear and see what their experience is like.
Okay. And do you have any words of advice for anybody who is thinking about writing a book or who is writing a book right now?
My advice is to do it.
Mm,
It's almost like you're creating a legacy for your family. You are putting your name in history.
mm,
Now that you have a book, you have something tangible
mm.
that you could pass on from generation to generation, and they'll say, "My auntie or my mom, Caroline, wrote a book," and that's a big that truly is a big deal. So
Yeah,
if you could put your name down in history, I'm all for it. I say do it.
yeah, yeah.
Do it.
Legacy. That's a
Don't
big
worry
deal.
about don't worry about any fear because what you'll realize is it's just all an illusion. It's an imagination. It is there's
Yeah.
you get on the other side of it and it's like I was making all that up. What was I doing that for? So just do
Wonderful.
it.
Thank you. That's wonderful advice. And so just to wrap all of this up, how can people find you, Amina?
You can find me on Facebook at Amina Rochelle. I think I might be the only one that's coming up under that name. You can also find me on Instagram at I am supernatural.
Hmm.
And that's the name of my business as well. I am
Hmm.
supernatural LLC. Um, Facebook, Instagram. You can also email me at Amina, that's Amina LeGrand, that's LeGrand dot dot consulting dot outlook.com. Okay, I'm going to say that again. So it's Amina LeGrand dot consulting at outlook.com. And you can put that in the description or I can send it to you.
Sure, I will. I will. I'll put all of that in the description.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Amina. It's been wonderful talking to you. And what you have said, I'm sure will help a lot of people who are thinking about writing a book or who have maybe even never thought about writing a book, but it might inspire people to write a book. And
Yes.
for people who are writing a book right now, you've given them some tips on how to really beat procrastination and get it done.
Yes, thank you. Well, thank you for having me. You are amazing. You are. You just professional. Like you've done this before. So yes, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. I appreciate you.
Hmm. Thank you, Amina. Have a good evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.